Hi everyone and welcome to this week's devblog. Today it's all about Milestone Berthier, but first let me just give everyone a reminder that this weekend is the big charity tournament / event hosted by SDLeague for Action Against Hunger. Once again on Saturday it will be SD2 and on Sunday it will be WARNO. Please come along, watch the live streams, join in, contribute to the charity if you can. You know the drill by now. Last year we raised a massive $2,100 as a community. That is a lot of money. Let's see if we can do that again this year. So Berthier is a milestone and it also comes with a patch today, so we'll talk about both, but let's start with the milestone itself. Eugen say, hello Commander, we hope you are ready for some single player WARNO fun. Today marks the new Milestone Berthier, bringing you a new duo of operations. In today's update we present to you two fully voiced and scripted single player operations we already highlighted previously in the other dev blogs, Backhand Blow and the Kitzigan Ruse. Before we continue, a bit about the milestone's historical namesake, Louis Alexandre Berthier. Introducing Berthier is their next subheading. We always name our milestones after important French military commanders, chiefly high-ranking generals and marshals from the Napoleonic Wars. And this one is no exception. Louis Alexandre Berthier was born in 1753 in a military family. Although not a noble, his father was a lieutenant colonel in the artillery, a branch where the commoners could make a career in the Royal Army. Trained as an engineer officer, he joined the army at 17, took part in the American War for Independence with Rochambeau's staff. Already a colonel, by 1789 he held staff positions during the early Revolutionary Wars, until appointed in 1796 as Chief of Staff of the Armée d'Italie, commanded by a young General Bonaparte. The two got on so well that from that day Berthier would not leave Napoleon's side. The next subheading is an adept organizer but a weak commander. His power of work, quick comprehension of Napoleon's intentions, and organizational skills made him the Emperor's most valued assistant and key cog in the Grande Army. While Napoleon would outline his plan on a map in very few sentences, Berthier would take brief notes which he would immediately transform into dozens of marching orders, instructions and logistical movements. But Berthier was a pure desk officer, having barely ever commanded men on the field, only staff officers. When left to his own devices in Bavaria in 1809, he didn't show any initiative, only implementing Napoleon's outdated instructions. By chance, however, the able Marshal Devout was present, who decided not to obey Berthier's obsolete orders and take matters into his own hands. Downfall in Russia is the next subheading. In 1812, during the retreat from Russia, Napoleon left the disintegrating Grande Army to return to Paris and raise a new one. Before leaving, he appointed Berthier as commander-in-chief. It was a terrible choice, for Berthier fell to his knees, begging and crying for Napoleon not to leave him behind, in front of other marshals no less, who lost all respect they may have still had for the pen marshal. Napoleon stuck to his decision, but soon after he was gone, Berthier declared himself sick and left the army too, as did Murat, who was the next in line. Only his adopted son, Eugene de Beauharnais, and Marshal Devout again remained at their post and saved what they could from the Grande Army of 1812. Berthier was the antithesis of most other marshals, a cultivated and refined man of weak personality and quick to break under pressure. But with immense organizational skills, loyal to the end, Berthier took his own life in 1815 when Napoleon returned from exile in Elba and recalled him. Torn between his loyalty to his old master and his oath to the new king, he jumped out of a window to his death. A testimony to this unsung but key man behind the scenes, after his death Napoleon appointed another Marshal Soult as his replacement as Chief of Staff for the 1815 campaign. From the start the Grande Army's movements were plagued with missing marching orders, delays, miscommunications and badly written orders, leading many historians to state that Berthier's absence at his master's side may have played a major role in the ultimate defeat at Waterloo less than a week later. Next up, they have a quick reminder of the details of both the operations. We'll just quickly whiz through it. They're available. I've played them on stream last night. You can check the VOD on the YouTube channel, obviously. The Kitzigan Ruse. This is an exciting operation to take control of the VDV's 900th Air Assault Battalion, part of the Soviet 8th Guards Army, in a surprise strike against the city of Würzburg. In one of the very first actions of the war, your mission will be to establish a bridgehead on the River Main and hold it against mass counter-attacking NATO forces, chiefly West German but also American, as you wait for reinforcements. Over on the other one, you have Backhand Blow, an operation that focuses on NATO counter-offensive north of Hanau, aimed at breaking the mass Soviet armour threatening Frankfurt. This mission will see the 3rd Armoured Division perform lightning strike with lots of tanks against the Soviets. Once again, at the end here, Eugen want to remind everybody about the Action Against Hunger event, which is happening this weekend. Please do, everyone, get involved. I'll leave links to the details about this in the description once more for both the tournament entries and also the fundraiser itself. Other than that, that is everything for this week's dev blog. However, let's hop over to the patch notes and have a quick whiz through. So feel free to stick around for this if you wish. If not, thanks for watching and I'll see you all soon. So obviously there are the new operations mentioned in the patch notes. We know about those. They've also done some fixes and adjustments to the other things. A couple of fixes to tutorials, nothing too exciting to mention. They've added the button to the armory to change the lighting finally, so you don't have to assign a hotkey to it. A few code fixes here and there. Some new models for the FUPZ T55AM2, the KPZ T55AM2, and the KPZ T55AM2B. Quick fix of a data error for the AMX off one that was displaying an AP value. Right, on to the balance notes, which are probably the more important thing for us all. So, the Roland 2 is now 110 points on par with the French version. Leopard 1A5 price is set to 120 points. Increased the Rapier's price from 65 to 75. Tracked Rapier's price from 70 to 80. Rapier FSA has gone from 105 to 110. RAF Rifles price has decreased from 35 to 30. Terrier Gun Group's price from 15 to 20. Chasseur's price from 45 to 40. AMX 30B2 Brennis's price from 165 to 155. AMX 30 EBG's price from 55 to 50. Dragon's Para's price from 65 to 75. Sonderwagen, her 4 Auf's price from 35 to 30. FR Plissai Reserve price from 25 to 20. M48A1 Chaparral's price from 95 to 110. M1 Abrams price increase from 240 to 250. Abrams Command price from 270 to 280. Abrams HA price has gone from 310 to 325. That's reasonable. That's a stupidly good unit. The HA Command Tank from 345 to 355. Decreased Airborne Gunner's price from 60 to 55. OH-58 Kiowa price has gone from 155 to 130. That's a big drop in price. Javelin LML base availability increased from 6 to 8. Stinger C's base availability increased from 6 to 8. Pioneer Flam base availability increased from 6 to 8. Decreased all 2-man sniper teams base availability from 4 to 3. Decreased the M151 MUT CP's price from 100 to 80. The P4 PC's price from 100 to 80. This is a change to the command vehicles, by the way. All the prices will be getting redone. Rover CP's from 100 to 80. Humvee is 100 to 85. VBL price from 105 to 90. Saxon CP is going from 105 to 90. VAB PC from 110 to 100. Fuchs FUFU price 110 to 90. What a name for a vehicle. The FV432 command price 100 to 80. The M577 price 100 to 80. Sultan's price 110 to 85. AMX 10 PC's price 125 to 100. The M2 Bradley from 165 to 120. Added security trait to the BGS, and the 2ID have added 1 card of Gazelle Command choppers. That's everything for NATO. Over on the Pact side, decreased the Grenz's price from 45 to 40, increased Spetsnaz's Cruise price from 65 to 80. Oh, that's a steep jump. Decreased the Einsatzgrupper's price from 70 to 60. Decreased the Sprengtorch's price from 70 to 60. That's the FS variant, so the forward deployable ones for both of those. Decreased the KPZ T55 AM2's price from 95 to 90. The FUPZ T55 AM2 K3's price from 125 to 120. The KPZ T55 M2B's price, I think that's the AM2B, it should be, from 105 to 100. Decreased the T72M1's price from 165 to 155. Decreased T64B's price from 195 to 190. Increased the T64 BVK price from 250 to 255. That's the command one, right? The T80U's price from 305 to 320. The T80UD's price from 320 to 340. Renamed some of the T55 and T72 variants just to confuse matters more. Changed all of the T55 NSVT for proper DSHKM as fitting reworked models. Decreased the MI8MT UPK's price from 135 to 130. Decreased the SU27's price from 280 to 270. Decreased the MiG-29A's price from 215 to 295. Increased the FS Jaeger SMG base availability from 3 to 4. Increased the DDR ATGM team's base veterancy by 1 level on par with DDR infantry, except for the KDA Erfurts. Increased the Eisensatzgruppe base availability from 3 to 4, plus the number of cards decreased from 2 to 1. Increased the FS Sprengtraucher availability from 3 to 4. A number of cards have been decreased from 2 to 1. Decreased the UAZ 469 command price from 100 to 80. BDR2 use price from 100 to 85. SPW 40P2K's price from 100 to 85. The BTR 60P use price from 115 to 100. The BTR 60 PBK's price from 120 to 110. The RKHM's price from 100 to 80. The BTR 50P use price from 100 to 80. BMD 1KS Soroka's price from 110 to 85. BMP 1K3's price from 120 to 100. BMP 1KSP2's price from 120 to 100. Decreased Soviet and DDR BRDM2 Conquer's price from 85 to 75. Increased the Soviet TO55 price from 50 to 60, basically in line with the T55A. Decreased Soviet SPG9 price from 40 to 35 and 45 to 40 for the para versions. Berliner have removed the Mi-24D anti-air, have removed the Recon Mi-2, and have removed the Napalm MFRW BM21 Grad. So just removed stuff from that deck, or that division. The 4th MSD are getting the following changes. Increase the MT12 Rapira's number of cards from 1 to 2, increased the Motsuchin BTR's number of cards from 1 to 3, decreased the Motsuchin's number of cards from 4 to 2, granted the Motsuchin FUR access to the SPW-70 as a transport, granted the Motsuchin SMG access to the SPW-70 as a transport, added 1 card of FS FLA Rack Strela 2 Ms to the deck. KDA have added Napalm MFRW BM21 Grad. Interestingly, note at the bottom there is a disclaimer that they have decreased all T62's base veterancy by 1 level, except for the T62M of the 39th Pact, which will be delivered in a future version. And that's it. That's the patch notes. That's everything for this week. Thanks for watching, everyone. Please do like, share, subscribe, tune in at the weekend for the big charity event. Let's try and raise some money for a very good cause once more.